Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, I would love to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth. Blessings and safety to the elect. All right. And we're going to get straight into this article, man. It says officials issue warning following concerning series of animal attacks on humans. Here's what we need to know. It says a handful of animals in North Carolina have tested positive for rabies in a matter of months. It is not a cause for panic as yet, but it's definitely a reminder to stay alert and to take a few easy precautions, man. All right. And, hey, man, rabies is a very, very serious virus, man. Okay. And matter of fact, we're gonna read a little bit more of this article and we're gonna go into the virus rabies, man. All right. It says in Fayetteville, a home inspector was bitten by a fox while crawling under a house. Local station WRAL News reported in early June that an animal later tested positive for rabies and that the inspector began a course of treatment. All right. And it says, in Roxborough, a man was bitten by a coyote and managed to strangle it in order to escape. Both he and the animal tested positive for the virus. Another rabid fox turned up in Raleigh. Luckily, it is not known to have come into contact with any people or pets. The local outlet did note that there is no confirmation that the recent cases are connected, but 3 instances in the nearby cities have officials paying close attention, man. So, these animals are starting to, test positive for rabies, man. Okay? And let's go into rabies, man. Okay? It says rabies, once it reaches an animal's brain, primarily affects its central nervous system, leading to fatal inflammation. This severe brain disease can cause a variety of behavioral changes, neurological issues. Here's a breakdown of how rabies can affect an animal's mind. All right, number 1, it says behavioral changes. Rabid animals often exhibit unusual behaviors, including becoming either abnormally aggressive or usually friendly and tame. Wild animals that are typically nocturnal might be seen wandering during the day. One Reddit user mentioned, but rather causes them to lose their natural fear of humans, making them more likely to approach and potentially bite, man. So rabies, it'll cause an animal to get very aggressive, man. All right, and potentially bite you, man. Okay, I remember watching a video, man, where it was this rabid raccoon, man, and the officer shot the raccoon, man. All right, and the raccoon was still alive, man, and it kept approaching. She had to empty the whole clip in the raccoon, man, and still the raccoon still was moving, man. Okay, so it says neurological symptoms. The virus can cause inflammation and deterioration of the brain. This can lead to disorientation, confusion, seizures, partial paralysis, and difficulty walking or moving. All right. It says self-mutilation. Some rabid animals may bite or scratch themselves, such as their paws or legs. I'm going to just read this. It says, important to remember, once the clinical signs of rabies appear, the disease is nearly always fatal in animals. There is no treatment for animals with clinical rabies, man. So eventually, an animal give up the spirit, man. All right? Let's see this. How likely, let me take this back real quick. Can It says once symptoms of rabies appear. Now this is when a human is bitten by an animal, man. It says once symptoms of rabies appear, it is nearly always fatal in humans. However, post-exposure prophylaxis (PP), including vaccination of rabies, is highly effective in preventing the disease if administered properly after exposure. Survival after the one set of symptoms is extremely rare, man. So when you get bit by an animal, and it's the spirit because they was talking about this at my job, man. If you get bit by an animal with rabies, you have to immediately go seek attention, man. All right, and I believe, let me see. Let's look at the percentage. I want to say it's 1%. So it says once rabies symptoms develop in humans, survival is extremely rare. Rabies is almost fatal once symptoms appear, with a fatality rate close to 100%. Man, the Lord is about to bring a lot of casualties by the way of these animals, man. Okay, the Lord is about to bring a lot of casualties, man. All right, and I'm gonna just read this. It says rabies is extremely dangerous once symptoms show up, but it's also very preventable. And while these animals aren't out looking for trouble, many are being pushed closer and closer to people as development spreads and green space disappears. So pretty much, you got Esau tearing a lot of these forests down to build communities, man. All right, and this is why people are starting to experience wild beasts on their property, man. And hey, like the scriptures say, man, beasts shall change their place. Roughly paraphrasing, man. Okay, so Esau is tearing a lot of these forests down, a lot of these wooded areas, man, and building houses, man. Okay, so these animals really don't have nowhere to go, but that's besides the point, man. The Lord is the one, bringing this, man. All right, so I'm gonna start off with 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, and I'm gonna start at 1, and I'm gonna jump down, man. This is 2nd Ezra 15:1. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord," man. Okay, so this is why we're speaking to the so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanic, Native, and Seminole Indians, because you are the sons and daughters of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Okay. And you can prevent yourself from being, taken by these plagues, man, by repenting and coming back to the Lord, man. Okay? Serving our power, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, before these evils come, man. All right? So it says, "Speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy," which means to say before. So we're here to give you these events that are going to transpire in the earth, man, before these things take place, man. All right, now I'm going to jump down, man, to verse 5. It says, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction," man. All right, so rabies has always been around, but now the cases of rabies in these animals are increasing in the earth, man. Okay, which means what? These animals are going to start approaching, man, okay, and biting, past transmitting that virus over to humans, man. Okay, which is close to 100% fatal, man. Okay, so hey, man, this is Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Okay, matter of fact, let's go to Jeremiah. I'm gonna go to Jeremiah the 15th chapter, man. All right, because this is, like I said, this is Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. All right, this Jeremiah 15:3. It says, "I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord: the sword to slay, the dogs to tear, and the fowls of heaven, and the beast of the earth to devour and destroy," man. All right, so the Lord is sending these beasts or these animals forth to carry out judgment, man. Okay. All right, now let's look at this, man. Right here, man, it says, I'm gonna click on this, man.
A tragic incident has rocked the Marathon informal settlement in Ekurhuleni, where a 3-year-old girl was mauled to death by a pack of dogs. The toddler was reportedly walking alone through the settlement on her way to visit a family friend when she was attacked by at least 5 dogs on Friday
All right,
evening.
now this is in Africa though, okay? But it says a 3-year-old girl mauled to death by 5 dogs, man. Who you think did it, man? Okay? Who do you think is responsible for this, man? Okay, Yahweh Shimi Awashah, man. It says the dogs to slay, right? Shalakia. Now Satan want to get in the midst, man. All right? It says mother of boy killed by dogs, okay? Look. In April, child dies after a dog attack in Columbus. All right? Right here it says a family is devastated after a 6-year-old boy was mauled to death by dogs, man. Like I said, man, these type of events has always been in the earth. Okay, judgment has always been in the earth. But the point is, these things are intensifying, man. All right, it's getting to the point where every day you're seeing these type of judgments take place, letting you know that the Lord is, hey, man, we in the end, man. Okay, and the Lord is bringing it, man. He's bringing it on a different scale, man, on a different level, man. Okay. But, you know, I just now seen something, man. I just seen something, but earlier, dealing with dog attacks. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let me see. Something just transpired. Right here. It says Tuscarawas County toddler killed unprovoked dog attack. A 1-year-old was killed Wednesday after being attacked by family's pit bull at their Dover Township home, according to Tuscarawas County Sheriff's Office. All right? That's the point, man. Man, the Lord is getting busy, man. Lord is getting busy, man. Judgment from Yahweh Shemi Awashah, man. All right? But that was pretty much the point. The point was made, man. Okay? So, hey, man, you know, Lord willing, you know, this was edifying. I'm going to end giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shemi Awashah, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and Ruel. Blessings and safety to the elect. Shalom.